Not many people noticed this moment when it first happened. But after the video was replayed, slowed down, and analyzed by ARMY, one thing became clear: this was not a coincidence. This small signal from Jimin was finally uncovered, and Jungkook's reaction left many fans speechless. The moment happened without the main camera's focus. There was no dramatic music. No clear dialogue could be heard. And yet, that is exactly where its power lies. Jimin was standing just a few steps away from Jungkook. His face looked calm, but the movement of his hand made ARMY suspicious from the very beginning. If you look more closely, Jimin made a gesture he very rarely does at random. A brief touch, almost invisible. But Jungkook reacted immediately. Not an exaggerated reaction. Not something staged. He turned his head. His eyes changed. And within seconds, his expression became noticeably softer. Many fans believe Jungkook understood Jimin's intention without a single word being spoken. Not long after this clip spread, social media exploded. ARMY from different countries began sharing the same video snippet. Comments started pouring in. The way Jungkook looks at Jimin after that, that's not a normal reaction. This isn't fan service. It's too natural. Such a tiny gesture, but with such a big meaning. Some even said this was a form of silent communication that only the two of them understand. What makes this moment even more powerful is what happened afterward. Jungkook instinctively moved closer. Without realizing it, his position shifted as if to make sure Jimin was okay. No cameras were chasing them. No spotlight was shining. And precisely because of that, the moment felt genuine. Of course, not everyone agrees. Some netizens say it was just a coincidence. But the more this clip is compared with past moments, the harder it becomes to deny one thing. This pattern happens often. And every time Jimin gives a small signal, Jungkook is always the first to react. Maybe to some people, this is just a small gesture. But for those who have followed Jimin and Jungkook for years, moments like this speak louder than 1,000 words. No confession. No statement. Yet full of meaning. Many people thought that moment was already over. But it turns out, it wasn't. Because after that small signal from Jimin, Jungkook did something that went unnoticed by many. And when ARMY finally realized it, everything felt different. A few seconds after the moment we discussed earlier, the atmosphere seemed to return to normal. The members moved as usual. The camera shifted its focus. But if you look closely, Jungkook didn't return to his original position. He stayed at the same distance. Not too close, but clearly not stepping away either. As if there was a reason only he himself understood. What made ARMY replay this video again was one tiny detail. Very tiny, yet consistent. Every time Jimin moved, Jungkook followed him with his eyes. Not just glancing, but making sure. His facial expression changed as well. More serious. More focused. Many fans describe this as a protective instinct, something that appears naturally, without being forced. As this clip began to spread, ARMY's reaction was far more emotional than before. Some of the most common comments were, "Why does he keep looking at Jimin? That's not an ordinary look." Even the way Jungkook is standing feels different. Some even said that Jungkook's body language completely changed after that signal happened. But the moment that truly left fans speechless came a few minutes later. When Jimin let out a small laugh at something that wasn't clearly heard, Jungkook smiled too, without looking anywhere else first. The smile wasn't wide. It wasn't dramatic. But it felt genuine. As if he was reacting not to the situation around him, but to one person. Of course, no one can be sure what all of this really means. But for ARMY who have followed their dynamic for a long time, one thing feels familiar. This isn't the first time such a pattern has appeared. In many previous moments, Jungkook has often shown similar responses whenever Jimin gives a small signal, whether the cameras catch it or not. And that's what makes this moment resurface in conversations. Some netizens try to tone down the excitement by saying it's just a coincidence. But what fuels the debate even more is one simple question. If this is a coincidence, why does the pattern keep repeating? That question remains unanswered to this day. Maybe to the outside world, all of this is just a short video clip. But for those who pay attention with their hearts, It's moments like these that feel the most real. Without words, without confessions, yet full of meaning. In your opinion, was this change in Jungkook's attitude intentional? Or did it happen purely as a reflex? Write your thoughts in the comments section. And don't miss the next video because there's another moment that's even more surprising and rarely ever discussed.